Welcome to episode 437 of the Geeks for the Win podcast, the tech and gaming podcast from thegeeksforthewin.com, where we cover all things geeky. I'm your host, William, and I'm joined with my co-host, Stuart.
Known across the internet as Casual Terror.
All right, we are back. It's officially the holidays. Like, Thanksgiving's over, and now it's leading up to Christmas. I mean, November 1st, technically, that's when everything Christmas related was.
The rest of the world goes, okay, November 1st, holiday mode. Here in America, some people are in holiday mode, then you get 3 days of Thanksgiving, and then back into holiday mode. And others wait until today. To go into until Black Friday to go into holiday mode.
Oh boy, don't I know because I saw the TikToks of the people who thought they were clever, having like, oh, I'm in a Walmart and oh, it ticks over to November 1st and now it's Christmas music, and I saw so many TikTok videos related to that.
I was seeing Christmas shit and hearing holiday music before Halloween. I was pissed off.
Yeah.
I feel like it started really early this year because it started before Halloween, and I was pissed off.
I mean, it starts earlier and earlier every year, you know. Same with the pumpkin spice. The pumpkin spice is always coming out earlier and earlier.
Happy July 4th, everyone! Jingle bells, jingle bells. Like, the fuck? Man,
you're not wrong. I mean, they used to have Christmas in July, right?
No, that's still a thing.
Is that still a thing? Okay.
Yeah, if you are plugged into people who watch Hallmark movies, yes, it is still a thing.
I remember that was like it was I can't remember which one. It was like ABC Family or Fox Family, or it switched like it was ABC Family and then Fox Family or vice versa. But yeah, it was that channel that I remember had like Christmas in July.
What's it called now? Freeform.
I think it's Freeform.
Freeform.
Yeah. And they have like all the like young teen shows.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah. Like,
oh no, I'm 13 and pregnant.
Well, is it Shadowhunters? Was that a show on there, I think?
That would be a show on there, yeah.
I think that's the show that the chick who played Oliver Queen's daughter in Arrow came from, I think. That's the only reason I think I know that show is a thing, was I looked at her IMDb and was like, what's she done? Just because, you know, I always do that with, you know, I'm always on IMDb looking at new actors that I don't know and seeing what they've done just because it's something to do.
Yeah.
Anyways, speaking of something to do, what have you been doing?
What have I been doing? Well, something that I bought back in September and didn't arrive until a couple weeks into November, after Extra Life, by the way, because Extra Life happened since we last did a podcast. I got a new keyboard, and this was not a cheap keyboard either. This was an expensive keyboard. It's a modular keyboard, meaning like right here, I just took off the numpad, and I can put it on. I can either, I can leave it off. I can put it on the left side of the keyboard. I can move it to the right side of the keyboard because it's USB-C 3, and I can switch the USB-C to the other side. And also I've got I'm not going to pull it off because it's kind of on there. The media dock can also pop off and be on the right side or the left top side. And it's got like an LCD screen that can show computer temps, or I've got it showing the clock right now. Or I can have it show show my logo, show my face, show Mickey Mouse. I don't know, whatever. But it's a nice.
Tell people you have an LCD screen on your keyboard, and they'll look at you weird. Trust me, I have one on mine, and I've gotten a lot.
I did have an LCD screen,
that?
but I don't know. I had an LED screen on a couple keyboards ago. That then I dumped some water on, never worked again.
Yeah, I think I have the generation after that one.
Yes,
that's why mine is that colored LCD. Yeah.
But these are cherry reds. Is my first dive into like cherry mechanical keyboards, and I bought, before I even bought this, I bought a little tester. It was like $30 to see kind of like which. I don't think it was $30. The bigger one is. The bigger one is $30. There's a bigger one that has other brands of switches on it. That's $30. This one I think was like 10.
Yeah, okay. That's,
and it's got all the different cherry switches on there, so I can see like which one I liked. But this keyboard is like, it's so hard to keep in stock that I just kind of had to go for whichever one was available. And because it's modular, I can switch them out later, so I can still go for a different type of switch, which I think I'm going to go with. I thought I was going to go with speed silvers, but now I've been using cherry reds. I kind of want to stick with cherry reds. Only I'll go with the silent reds, because like you can't hear that, but with the cherry reds, yeah, you can still hear that. Not as loud as the blues, of course, because those are like the loudest switch on the planet, apparently. I don't know. I'm making that up, but yeah. And I gotta mention the box that came in. Is look how massive this box is.
That's pretty big.
It's a huge ass box for a little keyboard, because it's got a fucking tray, like all the different type of accessories and stuff that came with it.
I mean, you buy a premium item like that, I would be upset if the box was just some crappy box.
I was happy. I was like, it's a good box. I mean, the box has a freaking magnet on it to keep it closed. I mean, that's not a box you throw away. That's a box you store shit in.
Oh yeah. It's always nice when you buy something that's expensive and the box is something that, like, it makes you feel like you're getting better value, even though like in all reality, it only costs the manufacturers like maybe a dollar more, if that much, to make that type of box. But it makes you feel better when you have a good box for the.
Yeah.
I have a few of those around here that I've kept, like you said, to store shit in.
And the keyboard itself, it's really nice. I'm really liking it. It's taken me a while to get used to using regular keycaps again, because the keycaps I had on the keyboard I had before, they were long. Like, they were long keycaps, not just like your regular size. So like it's taken me a while to get used to using regular keys again, which of course I've also switched out the keycaps to be ones that they're more translucent on the sides, And so like when it goes through like the the rainbow wave that you can of course do, it's brighter. And the keyboard it's fully programmable. The software is not great, but then again, I don't know of any kind of software for like keyboard and stuff that is good. Like they all suck.
Yeah.
They all suck in their own ways. So, and this one is no exception. So, but it's the removal of the numpad for like shooters and stuff. Like I never really noticed how much the numpad was getting in the way until I took it off. I was like, oh my god, I've got so much more desk space. I've got so much more movement. It's great. So yeah, I've been enjoying my new toy that was not cheap, and thank God it is. I don't know if it was worth it yet or not, but I'm telling myself it was. But on top of that, I have been playing some games. I've been playing a couple games. Like, well, for instance, Call of Duty Vanguard came out since we last did a podcast. And it's better than Cold War. It's not quite up to like Modern Warfare good though, but it's still pretty good, and I am enjoying it. The campaign, I actually enjoyed the campaign, and it wasn't just some generic bullshit. It was actually pretty freaking good. And like you play as not like one character, but like it's like 4 or 5 different actual characters, and they each had their own ability, like kind of like what Black Ops kind of tried to do with like 3 and 4, and I kind of failed because they also kept that in the multiplayer. But the abilities aren't in the multiplayer though. Because like one played by Laura Bailey, which it's her face, it's her voice, so I'm like, oh, okay, cool. She plays a sniper, and she has basically this and like her missions are usually up against like other snipers. So like her ability is to like whistle and like make the other snipers kind of pop out of hiding. So like where's that whistle coming from? And then you shoot him. One guy, he's pretty much Captain America, like straight up. He's an American who I can only compare him to Captain America because that's the kind of character he was playing. Oh shit, what was his ability? Oh, he could like kind of like auto lock. He could like slow down time, like auto lock on people. There was an Australian who basically he's like the demolitions guy. He's the only one that can carry like multiple types of grenades. And you can actually see the arc of the grenades, which is nice. But I'm enjoying Vanguard. It's got its technical issues. At first, like reticles weren't tracking. Like, oh, you get so many aim down sight kills and you unlock this reticle. Well, it wasn't working at first. It's working now. but there's still the bug of like, oh, you've upgraded this gun. You see it at the end of the match. You've upgraded this gun. No, I haven't. I'm still working on that. It's ahead. It is showing stuff you've not yet unlocked, which has been in every single patch note. Like, oh, we fixed this. We fixed this. Nope, it's never been fixed. But yeah, I'm enjoying it more than Cold War. So, but I think maybe next week. I think that's when the new Warzone map comes out. Because it's a brand, they're not going to Verdansk. It's some tropical island. So, Warzone is about to change.
It's funny you mentioned Captain America, because isn't there rumors that like Captain America is going to come to the game?
I honestly don't know. I mean,
I saw like rumors where it was like Captain America and some other character, I think.
I mean, it's kind of early at that point, but like at some point, like things are going to start getting ridiculous, because that's kind of how
Captain America and Indiana Jones was data mined.
Sure.
Even Attack on Titan characters, apparently. So
sure there wasn't Fortnite, because that's definitely a Fortnite.
No, this is Polygon about Call of Duty Vanguard. So
Captain America and see Indiana Jones, I can kind of see, because they've done Rambo and John McClane. So I mean, okay, I can. I mean,
I guess the soldiers from the Attack on Titan, of course. I mean, they won't have the crazy abilities,
right?
But like, I could see. I guess I could see that.
Maybe,
yeah.
Maybe, I don't know. That's still kind of weird.
I mean, yeah, but that's the name of the game. You gotta have crossovers now. Like,
yeah,
it's ridiculous. Like. It's funny you mentioned Fortnite though, because yeah, like I saw a TikTok that was like the kid was playing was firing up Halo, and he was like, why'd they give the character from Fortnite his own game? And the dad was just like upset or whatever.
That's a meme. That's just a meme.
But I mean, like, that's where a lot of kids are being introduced to a lot of these characters.
Well, like
Fortnite.
I posted this on a Discord server. Like, it's hard to believe that this is not photoshopped. Like, that right there is not photoshopped, and it was an actual thing. I was like, and they're all licensed.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean,
I mean, it's even weirder seeing like their like promotional like season trailers, whatever, showing all these characters fighting in the battlefield. Like, it's like Avengers Endgame style, but it's all these other characters from all these different properties. And I remember, I think it was earlier in the year, I like showed you one that was like, I can't believe this is crazy. I'm seeing like, I'm seeing Halo and God of War and Ryu from Street Fighter and like all these characters in this video. That's the trailer for the new like it's nuts.
It's the closest Fortnite is the closest thing to Ready Player One. Like there is.
Oh, exactly. And I don't even know. They didn't even plan on it being that.
No, they didn't. It just
'Cause
happened.
Because the battle royale mode was a second thought. Like,
Right. You know, there was this whole single player mode
Fortnite was a PvE game.
that was going to
Like,
be,
yeah.
and that's now forgotten about completely.
Yeah. So it's ridiculous. Yeah. Like, everything's crossing over with everything now, though. You know, movies, TV, games. It's crazy. And this
Yeah.
article also mentions they did have like Jigsaw from Saw in Call of Duty already, as
Yes.
well as the John McClane and Rambo, and so yeah, I don't, yeah,
And the guy from Ghostface. Ghostface came out like Halloween this year.
okay,
So yeah,
yeah.
Ghostface is in Warzone.
So yeah, it's it's crazy. I just like, but yeah, like seeing all this in something like Call of Duty, which I've never, you know, it's, you never think, you know, like 5 years ago, you'd say, "Oh, Call of Duty's gonna have these other license." No one, people would think you were dumb, you were crazy.
Yeah.
That never, you know. But yeah, here we are. Well, it's good that you're enjoying Vanguard.
Yeah. But speaking of Halo Infinite multiplayer kind of came out of nowhere. Like there were rumors that this was going to release like on like it was the anniversary of Halo 1. It was the 20th anniversary of Halo 1, and there are rumors that you know, oh, Halo Infinite multiplayer is gonna come out. It's like, no, it's fucking not. No, they'll do something, but no, not that. It just sounded like the ramblings of people on the internet who, you know, are always wrong. And then it happened, and it was like it was a shock to everybody. It was like Halo Infinite multiplayer came out, and it's free. The multiplayer is free. They said it was going to be free before the game came out, but you know, yeah. I mean, this is available on Xbox. It's available on Game Pass on PC, and it's available on Steam. So, but it came out, and it plays like Halo. And there is a battle pass, which, you know, we talked about what you know 343 was going to do with their battle pass idea, and it was a good idea, except how they've executed it. If you jump into a game and you do, you know, and you're like 20-4, and I jump into the game and I've just got a macro that just jumps every now and then to keep me from getting booted, we get the same progress on the battle pass.
Oh, that's BS.
That is absolute BS.
There's no challenges, or
there are challenges, but I mean, and they're okay. They're not great challenges, and they've even stated that they're not good challenges. But there is no like there is no it doesn't matter how well you do in the game, you will get the same amount of progress towards the battle pass.
There's no XP just for base like kills or
No.
assists, or okay.
It is
That's
the
pretty bad.
The challenge is to complete the game. Is to complete a match. That's it. Which I'm like, that's nope. Sorry. That's just dumb. And the challenges are stuff like Get 5 kills with a shade. Okay. Are there shades on multiple maps? Nope. How about multiple game modes? Nope, just one. So you have to be lucky enough to get that one map and that one game type. Yep. Can I at least pick that game type? Nope.
Can you re-roll a challenge?
Yes.
Okay. I was expecting you to say nope.
Yes, you can.
Okay,
and
that's good then.
Those are out of the 100 battle pass stuff. That is 60 of the battle pass rewards are challenge rerolls.
Oh, that's an actual reward.
Yes.
Is to reroll challenges.
Yes.
I don't like that.
And it's over half. It's 60% of the challenge rewards, or of the battle pass. It's okay. Yeah. It's either challenge rewards or XP boost. Okay. That's 60% of them.
Wow. Yeah, it should be like you get a certain amount daily, or because that's how it is in like Apex and other games, right? Yeah, where it's, you got 1 or 2 a day you can reroll, or
So while they have a good idea on the battle pass, the actual execution of the battle pass is one of the worst I've seen.
Is this technically considered a beta?
It is.
I thought I saw some. Okay, yeah.
They are calling this a beta.
Yeah.
Because I mean the game doesn't come out for another 2 weeks.
It's like the 8th, or
it's not next week, but the week after that. So
yeah.
So it's like, and they have started to rework the battle pass stuff, because it used to be like, okay, here's your daily challenge is to complete 1 match. All right, you did that. Here's 50 XP. All right, the next challenge, complete 2 matches. All right, you complete that. Here's another 50 XP. The next challenge is to complete 3 matches. And it just kept going up and up and up. And eventually you were going to complete 10 matches and you were getting nothing for those matches.
Oh, wow.
So I'm like, it's bullshit. So they've changed it now to where you'll get some XP for every match you complete. But like I said, I can just go in there with the macro that just jumps, and I'll do it.
Jump around.
Yep. So yeah, it's not it. I would like actual, like, based on how well you do in the game.
Yeah, definitely.
Because it definitely rewards the better players. It definitely rewards for playing well. It rewards you for being good. And actually, like, maybe playing the objective.
Yeah, it should definitely be XP based on match progress, like how you did, and challenges.
Yeah.
For people who maybe they didn't do maybe they're not the greatest at PvP, but they can tackle these challenges, and get good XP from that. But yeah, it should definitely not reward people who can just AFK and get through it.
Yeah, I also would like the ability to pick what kind of modes I play and what kinds of modes I don't play. Because I'm not a fan of oddball, but I have no option. I can do a quick play of normal, Halo or big team battle. That's it.
You think more options will come when the game actually releases?
It has to, or whether
Yeah.
it releases when it releases or not, I don't know. But like more options, and that has to come.
Yeah, I would think so. Yeah.
Because and there's one mode that I was like, it's a Halo staple that is missing. It's not even in custom games. SWAT. Where the fuck is SWAT? Like you have to. It's going back to like what was it, Halo 1? Because I think it was actually a game type in Halo 2, like where you had to custom make the game. That's what you have to do right now. Is you have to custom make SWAT if you want to play SWAT.
Wow.
So it's good. It's Halo. It's taken me a while. It's taken me a minute to get back into Halo boots because I'm so used to like every gun kills to not every gun kills. This gun is not designed to actually kill, but designed to take down the shields. Then you got to switch to a weapon that kills. That's taking me a minute.
Yeah.
And right now there's actually an event going on, where like basically the mode you play is Fiesta, where it's like you spawn with random shit, random weapons, random equipment, all that kind of stuff. So you might get like, fuck, these guns don't kill. Oh no, I've got energy based weapons. I cannot kill with these weapons. I can only take down your shields. But I think, honestly, what later Halo games did that a lot of people bitched and complained about, I wish would come back. And that's loadouts. I kind of like the loadouts and how games play nowadays. Yeah, it would be nice to actually have loadouts.
Yeah. I've never been good at Halo. So therefore Halo multiplayer has never been my go-to. I've mostly just played like co-op campaign with other people, or I would play like firefight, stuff like that, just because I'm never good. Like I would play multiplayer, but it's not, like I say, it's not my go-to just because I'm terrible at it. So, and I can admit that. I'm not gonna try to blame
I get it.
Blame the weapons or how it plays, or I'm just not good at it. So
yeah, it's just you definitely have to know. You definitely have to know what you're doing a lot of times.
I think it's what you said. It's the like
Not
using an energy weapon to knock the shields and then switching. Like I guess I can never like get used to that. Like I can never get used to switching or switching quick enough, and I guess my reaction time was just never that great, which I'm even older now and it's not it's even slower
It ain't
now.
getting better. Sorry. We have reached that point of no return, and it is gonna go just downhill from here.
Oh yeah, definitely. And that's another reason why I feel like I'm playing less and less multiplayer games.
I get
competitive, I guess.
Yeah, there's a pistol, I forget what it's called, where when I first picked it up, and for a good while I'm like, what does this gun even do? Because I'm shooting people once, twice, I'm not seeing anything happening. Well, it turns out a third one will take out the shields, and then you have to switch weapons, of course, then to get headshots with pistol or an assault rifle or BR. But like this gun, I was like, it looked to me like it does nothing. I'm like, I'm not gonna get any kills with this gun. Oh God, please don't let this be a challenge to get kills with this gun. But luckily, all like the weapon challenges that I've come across have been stuff I can at least get like, okay, yeah, if I drop shields with this other weapon, I can at least get kills with the weapon I need to get for the challenges. It's not be like get a plasma pistol kill. Like, well, fuck, that's gonna take all day. Hold still. I've got to charge it. Okay, off. Me shoot a couple more times. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, Halo Infinite, and it's Halo, and people are really loving it.
I think that's the reason why they don't have the loadouts, is because 343 got a lot of backlash on their last Halo games. So I feel like they're like trying to go back to
maybe
the original Halo feel,
maybe, but
this is like make or break. A lot of people have been saying for Halo.
Correct. But at the same time, though, I mean, in the past 20 years since Halo has come out, shooters, FPS games have gone in a certain direction, and certain things have happened with FPS games that I'm like, yeah, there's the old, but I'm like, but that doesn't mean like all of the new shit that these new shooters do is all bad.
Yeah. I mean, just have a playlist where it's no loadout mode,
Call it Halo Classic.
People.
Halo Classic.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that's what Master Chief Collection did.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, moving on to other FPS games that people are not happy with. Battlefield 2142. Or sorry, 2042, not 2142. 2042. I will always call this Battlefield 2142 because that comes out a lot easier. And I've been saying that longer. Battlefield 2042. People hate it. People fucking hate this game. It is the lowest rate. It's the lowest rated game on Steam of all time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it is.
Wait, all time. Like,
yeah.
Are you?
Nope.
Or like main game.
All time.
Oh wow, that's surprising.
And I fucking get it. I was not a huge fan of what Battlefield 4 or 5 was doing, but at least I played the shit out of it. And I'm trying to play 2042. I'm trying. But it won't let me. It fucking won't let me. I can't fucking get kills. Why? Because of this thing called Bloom. Apparently it's been in all Battlefield games from the beginning, but
Bloom is the worst.
I never knew it was a thing until this game. That's because it is so fucking bad.
I always turn Bloom off if I can in settings. Yeah.
No. This isn't like light Bloom. This isn't like a light set. No. These are how guns fire. These are the bloom that comes out from the guns.
Oh God. Okay.
This isn't lighting. This is how accurate the guns are. It is a fucking roll of the dice on whether you hit a shot or not. Like, well, all Battlefield games have had bloom since the beginning of time. Well, guess what? You released this thing called Battlefield Portal with older games, and guess what? I can fucking get kills in those games. I can't get kills in this game. That tells me something That it's not like the engine or something. That is that is something you fucking did by yourself. That is a conscious decision to actually ruin how shooters play.
Feels like Battlefield's been slowly just like the quality has just been going down.
Yeah.
As an outsider, like I've never really been a Battlefield
No,
guy.
you're
I
right.
tried with 4.
It has been going down since 4. 4 was the last good Battlefield game that people really liked, and it's gone to shit from there. No, I take that back. Hardline. Battlefield Hardline was okay. And then from then on with Battlefield 1, Battlefield 5, and now 2042. It's just been god awful. It's been terrible. And like I hate the fucking articles of big time streamer has this opinion about how the game should change. I'm like, fuck you. Streamers should not dictate how games are played. Don't do that. Don't report on shit like that, because then companies follow it and ruin the games.
I think I saw an article similar to that about like Dr. Disrespect, like
it's always
something.
Let's see, for shooters it's Dr. Disrespect's opinion or Shroud's opinion. For MMOs it's always Asmongold's opinion. But Shroud has this opinion. It is that this game was designed for people who are good at shooters to be bad at them, and for people who are terrible to have a chance to kill those better players. And you're right. That's exactly what it is. This is to close the skill gap between the actual good players and the terrible players. And that's fucking wrong. There should be a skill gap. There should be. Otherwise, if, you're getting kills as a terrible player who can't fucking aim, you think you're good. And you don't do anything to get better. When the people who are good and why can't I fucking hit anything, are gonna fucking quit. They're gonna leave the game, and then that's gonna take, streamers and shit, they're gonna take their audience with them. It is just awful on how and this was in the beta. But I feel like it's gotten it wasn't as bad. I feel like it's worse now.
Well, was it a beta or was it stress test / demo?
It was a beta.
Okay, it was an actual beta they came out. Okay,
yeah.
Then yeah, something. But it seems like you've already identified why this is a thing.
Yes,
it's because they're trying to.
Yeah, and people are going to complain and like, okay, well, we'll take that into opinion. We'll take your opinion into account. And honestly, with the bullshit that's been going on with Activision Blizzard, I don't fucking trust companies when they fucking say that.
Yeah, right. Like,
I don't trust you. I don't trust you to do jack shit about this.
Oh, but Stuart, Bobby Kotick said he'd consider leaving if he couldn't resolve things. So you're telling me you don't trust him?
You could have asked me that statement 3 years ago, and I would say the same thing I'll say right now. Fuck no, he won't. He's got to be forced out.
Oh yeah, I agree. When I saw that headline, I was just like, "Oh my god!" Like, who believes that? Like,
nobody. That's what I'm gonna say. Nobody fucking believes it. That's the thing. Because okay, three years ago, people would have fallen for it. Today, nobody's falling for that shit. But I mean, okay,
Yeah.
going back to Battlefield, like there was somebody who worked on Battlefield 1 came out with the statement that like, okay, this tells me everything I need to know about what the downfall Battlefield was. In like the team Slack or something, when somebody had like somebody had a terrible idea and that was going through, and somebody spoke up about it, like, like, hey, this is not, this isn't good. We should not do this. They got a response of, the person who designed that system is in this chat, and it would hurt their feelings if you spoke up about this.
What?
Are you fucking kidding me?
What?
That is the most bullshit thing I've ever heard. Like, oh my god, like that is literally why Battlefield is the way it is. It's because somebody came up with an idea and nobody talked them down because they were told that it might hurt their feelings.
And the person who came up with the bad idea got a trophy, participation trophy.
I'm sure.
Because everyone gets one.
I'm sure. I was like, oh my god, you fucking serious?
It's, oh god. Like, I don't even know. It's just.
I wanted Battlefield to be good. I wanted Battlefield to be good. But it is not. It is awful. It's terrible.
I'm not sure. Like, how are they able to keep putting out bad Battlefield games? Like, from what I heard, 5 was just a trash fire. Like,
trash was 5. 5 was bad. 5 was not good, but it was at least playable. Like, I'll give it that. It was playable at least. And the maps weren't bad either. The maps weren't terrible. This game, oh my god, the maps on this game are all awful. They're all so bad. They are designed for snipers. Every single map I've played are designed for snipers because they're all wide open areas. There is nowhere to freaking go. They're all just wide open. Just if you get a high spot with a sniper, you can miss your shots like the best of them because you can't hit him unless you roll your dice. Oh look, I hit him. It's terrible. It's bad. But luckily, those were not the only games I've played. I've not only played shooters since then. I'm also playing Final Fantasy 14 a lot lately because the expansion comes out next week. Actually, next Friday. The early access comes out. I'm trying to get through. I'm at the end of Shadowbringers. I'm in the post content stuff, and I've got 2 more patches to go until I'm fully caught up with the story and can just walk right into Endwalker when it comes out. But I played one of the patches on stream. Was it last weekend? Yeah. Last weekend I played one of the patches on stream. It took me 6 hours. Like, oh fuck. and I've got 2 more to go. Oh fuck. I can maybe do it. Let's see. But man, I'll just say this. I have never cried playing an MMO before. Because holy shit. Did like the story of Shadowbringers. Like, let's put it this way. Do you remember that scene in Full Metal Alchemist where Mustang was like, it's a sad day for rain. That scene? There was a very similar freaking scene in this. And it hit me in because like a couple days before I had a family member died. And it just hit me in such the wrong way or the right way that I was like, okay. Okay. So it's like, oh God. Because like the writing is so good. Like this is an RPG first and an MMO second. 100%. And
yeah.
I totally recommend, playing Final Fantasy 14 to anybody. You don't have to like Final Fantasy or have played Final Fantasy because like this is, and like the base game and the first expansion are free. And I'm expecting at some point in time the second expansion will be available for free as well.
How many expansions are there?
See, this will be Endwalker will be number 5. Because you got
there's a lot more than I thought.
A Realm Reborn, which is technically the first expansion, but that's now the base game. You got Heaven's Word. Then you have Stormblood. Then you have Shadowbringers. Then there'll be Endwalker. Did I see up one? I don't think so. Fuck. Give me a second. I don't think I missed one. Good. Yeah. Yeah. A Realm Reborn, Heaven's Word, Stormblood, Shadowbringers, and Walker.
Yeah. Let's see. So you can get the complete edition, which is everything but this new thing for like $60.
Yeah, and it's totally worth it.
Even cheaper. Like the suggested price is 60, but it's like I'm seeing it cheaper stuff. And yeah, and it's showing 4. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and like the base game and first expansion are free. There's no monthly fee. You can just play it through whenever you want to, however you want to. I fully recommend this.
There is a monthly fee eventually, right?
If you go into the other expansions, there is a monthly fee. The lowest is $12 a month. But you only get one character. But really, you only need one character because you can play every single class on that one character. You should join me, Will. You should join me.
You've been trying for a while.
I have been trying. But yeah,
What if next Friday I just surprise you and just jump in and I've already played through all of it and no.
I would be on the fucking floor.
I would too because I haven't played a single bit of it. So, but I've thought about like surprising you and just playing through and whatever and yeah. But
Then
like MMOs, it's like, oh, what server do I join? And does that matter? Can you switch servers, or do you have to pay to switch servers, or how does that like? It's MMOs are weird.
yeah,
MMOs confuse me.
servers aren't like, there are servers, but they're server clusters. And in Final Fantasy, the server cluster that matters. Because you can play with anybody or jump to any server within the server cluster. And I think for the US, there's only 3. But all the people that we know that play this game are on the same server cluster. Give me a second. I can give you the name just so you have it. Crystal. That's what I thought. We're on the Crystal data center. So as long as you pick that, you can play with anybody. And I've only leveled up like 1 class. So like if you join, I've got other classes that I can jump into, and like I will happily run shit with you, leveling up a new class.
Yeah. See, it's that subscription fee that is preventing me from.
But that's
eventually.
only until you get past Heavensward though. So like by that point, you'll know if you want to continue on or not, because you've already played the base game and Heavensward. And to be honest,
I mean, that's
Heavensward is really kind of where the style of story picks up, and you really kind of get like what the rest of the game is like.
But see, I don't want to like a game and then have to have a subscription fee to play it. That's I'm afraid that I'll like it and then I'll have to pay a subscription fee.
Cross that bridge and we come to it.
So even if you buy like the complete edition that comes with all the stuff, you still have to pay the subscription fee.
Yes.
When you get to, oh wow. Okay.
And you don't have to buy the complete edition until you've already reached the point like, oh, I know I'm going to continue playing this game. You don't have to even buy, and you don't have to buy anything at first. Completely free. But there are some other games I have been playing as well. Some indie games.
Okay.
There's a sequel to one that I played a while back. Didn't know the sequel is even coming out until I saw something on Twitter talking about it. Rogue Legacy 2.
Oh, okay.
That came out back in like August. It's early access. Came out in August. And I found out like this week, and I've been playing it a bunch. Rogue Legacy was like Rogue Legacy, like the first one was like my introduction to like roguelike games. And Rogue Legacy 2, I'm liking a lot. It's gotten, the whole idea of Rogue Legacy is you play as this one character, and then when you die, you play as their descendant. you continue on their legacy.
Ah, okay, yeah. I think I remember this now. Yeah.
But I mean, it really, like, the past run that you did really doesn't even matter. Like how well, like what determines the next character. Only like the money that you got from your previous run, and whether or not you got like blueprints or stuff or equipment. That's it. Um, and it's a lot of fun. Like, I honestly I can't. There are multiple classes you can play from. You only get like a couple to choose from, but they randomize each time. There's one class I'm like, that's a fucking joke class, but if you play it right, it's pretty darn good. The chef. There's a class called chef, and they're kind of they're not usually the one I go for, but like any kind of projectile that shot at you, you can just use your frying pan weapon to whack it back at them. And also anytime you actually hit an enemy with the frying pan, it does fire damage because it's a frying pan.
Yeah.
But like any kind of the only if I'm remembering Rogue Legacy right, like I want to say like you didn't matter like what class you picked. It was like the same kind of weapons. It doesn't really matter. But like the weapons weren't really class based. This time they are. And the class also determines like the stats. Like a barbarian, they have more health, but they do slightly less damage. And an archer, at first I didn't like the archer, but honestly, the runs I've done with an archer have been like my most fruitful runs. Then there's a gunslinger. I was expecting the gunslinger I would like more than I do. Not that I don't like it. I was expecting to like it more. See, there's an assassin. There's your generic warrior, which is kind of the one you literally start with. There's the mage. I don't like the mage, particularly because of their weapon. You cannot aim the weapon. You can only shoot the mage's ability just straight forward. That's it. So there are definitely that. I've definitely come across some issues with that. See what else. There's the Valkyrie, which I like quite a bit. They have a pole arm, kind of weapon, and they definitely they have the most reach. There's a boxer. See what else. I think those are the only ones I've unlocked, but I think there are 9 classes in total, and this is still early access, so more can come. But each different kind of run, like whoever you pick, like they might have some type of like, this one's a vampire. They do slightly less damage, but they get more health back when you get a kill. Or this person has dwarfism. They're just really tiny. This person is a giant. They're just really large and can hit quite hard. This person has vertigo. So the entire level is flipped upside down. And you're literally playing on the ceiling. That is not fun. but it's an interesting challenge. It's if you like the first Rogue Legacy, you'll like Rogue Legacy too. I kind of wish that there was some type of Twitch integration, because I could definitely see some interesting stuff happening with like Twitch integration and like the kinds of things that happen in this game. There's one more game I've been playing. It's on Game Pass. This is a very, very chill kind of sit back and just have another movie, have a movie off on the second screen, eat some pizza while you play. This was a very kind of chill game called Unpacking. And that's literally what the game is. You're unpacking boxes and placing them where they in like the kind of the correct area where they should go. Like there's a kind of a story that's kind of happening. You kind of pick up like, okay, first you unpack this child's room, and you kind of like, the books kind of go on the shelf. Art stuff kind of goes on the desk. Clothes go in the dresser or in the closet or whatever. Then the next one, it's like, okay, this looks like it's kind of the same stuff, but for like a college dorm room. Like, okay, so that kid went to college. Cool. So like you're unpacking the dorm room. Then you're unpacking the first place, and they clearly got her, and they're clearly moving in with a roommate. That next one, okay, apparently they're it's a slightly bigger place, multiple rooms and stuff. You can kind of pick out kind of what this person's life is going, is how their life is changing throughout the years by the stuff that you're now unpacking. So it's kind of it's a neat, just kind of puzzle like game. Like I said, it's very kind of chill. You just sit back, drink a beer if that's your thing, watch a movie.
Okay.
Yeah, like I said, this is on Game Pass. And how this came to my attention was I saw an article that was like, kids don't know what this is, and they're placing it in the wrong room. And I'm going to show you what it is, and you tell me what it. Or I'm going to show you a picture of it, and you tell me what it
I'm
is.
afraid now.
Honestly, you shouldn't. Okay. Tell me what this looks like to you.
You mean the GameCube?
Yes, it's a GameCube.
Why is it in the kitchen?
Because that's where kids are putting it. They're thinking like it's some kind of rice cooker.
That's kind of weird. Like,
well,
I think kids. I would hope kids would know what a GameCube is, just because the GameCube controllers they use for Smash Bros. Right? That's
here's the thing with that though. Not like when you're unpacking stuff and the boxes, they're not always in the room that they go in. Just like you're packing, you're just kind of throwing stuff in where it fits. So like you might, you're in the boxes that, most of the stuff goes in the bedroom, but you might unpack something. Oh, this goes in the kitchen. That box in particular, the GameCube is in it. The controllers are in another box that's actually in the living room. But this happens to be in the kitchen. And kids are like, I don't know what this is.
I mean, it doesn't look. It doesn't look like a. It doesn't even look like a kitchen appliance to me. Like,
No, no one does. Like, it's a GameCube. I mean, you can. There's a handle on the back. You can definitely see that.
I mean, it's squared. Like, there's no rice. I've never seen a rice cooker that's like that squared. Or everything. Most appliances are round in the kitchen. Like, the only squared stuff is like a toaster.
Yeah, that was like one of the things. Like, okay. So I decided to play the game. I'm like, nope. I'm sorry. You were. There's no way you would have put this in the kitchen. But kids are
That's
putting it in the kitchen.
that's what Game Pass is good for. Like, being able to try and play these games that you would definitely not probably pay for to play
Absolutely,
separately.
absolutely.
But hey, this it's included in Game Pass, so let me download it, or not even download it. Let me just click play and play it through the cloud gaming and try it out, and then I can decide if I want to download it, because that's the world we live in now. You can do that.
Right. I just opened up Game Pass. I'm like, there's a deer simulator. I would never have played for Deer Simulator, but I might play this. I don't, it looks kind of on the vein of like the simulator.
I think it's from the same people I saw. I think I saw something about it.
It
I could be
looks
wrong,
it looks just like
but
goat simulator, only deer. And with like,
yeah.
see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 E's in deer. So
Oh, it is it is. I think it is. Yeah, Playism. I think that's the people who did Goat Simulator, right? I believe so. Mhm. I don't know. I saw something about it in Goat Simulator. Maybe like it was an article when this was like actually was announced to be released, because a lot of my Google feed is I
uh,
get like, hey, these 5 games are coming to Game Pass in December, or
I'm seeing a lot of anime games that they've done. Like, I'm not definitely not seeing. Oh, this.
oh, I Am Bread. That's that. Okay, that's one that they did.
Oh,
That
that's
was a.
as a publisher. Okay,
Oh, was it?
the developer. Okay, that's the publisher. The
Oh,
developer
okay.
though has only done this, at least on Steam.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, Playism is the publisher.
Oh, yeah, the publisher. They did Victor Vran. You played that game, right?
Yes, I did and reviewed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they apparently publish a lot of anime shit.
Oh, they did that D4 game. Dark
Which
Dreams Don't Die.
that deserved more. That was set up for more, but they didn't happen.
Oh, Half Minute Hero. I heard good things about that game. Night in the Woods. I played part of that. That was fun. I think that was interesting. Okay. Anyways, yeah.
Anyway,
But Game Pass is great for that.
unpacking is the game that I played. So, what have you been up to though?
Well, I haven't really played much because unfortunately I cut the crap out of my thumb, my right thumb, right, like not where it bends, but just above it.
Oh,
So that even when so even when I bend it, it hurts. So I haven't been able to play anything
gotcha.
because even if it's like if it was my left thumb, I could still play maybe mouse and keyboard stuff, but it was my right, you know. And there's no way I can. I mean, I'm not that good with mouse and keyboard to begin with. There's no way I'm going to try to control a mouse with my left hand. Um, there's no way. Um, so the only things I've really been playing are like, little mobile games and stuff like that. More was it the my go-to is the Marvel Strike Force. Yeah, where you it's just one of those games where you collect the characters and you level them up and you make like five character teams and then you use them to battle various things. I also got into was it
Raid Shadow
Microsoft
Legends. Oh,
Mahjong.
really?
Yeah, just because I don't know, it was there. I was like, oh, okay,
I have
achievements.
no idea how to play Mahjong.
I have no idea how to play it either, and I'm playing it.
Like,
It's pretty much, from what I can tell, you just match the tiles and
because
try not
Mahjong
to run out.
was one of those games. It came with Windows. I never knew what I was doing.
You just match the tiles and try to not run out of being able to have matches.
That's how you play Mahjong solo.
That's what I'm playing. Yeah, just the solo stuff.
There's
I
another.
don't even know if there's multiplayer on this. Let me look.
But how people play Mahjong, like, because like it's one of those old lady games that that they play, and I have no idea what they're doing. It looks to me like almost like dominoes. Like it's.
Oh yeah, I've never been able to get into dominoes. Like
dominoes, I know how to play, but like it looks kind of like the setup is like that. Like, okay, like
I know how to play dominoes too, but I just never been able to get into it. Like you see in the movies.
Wasn't a popular game to play on the playgrounds. There was no kids playing like, dominoes over in the corner. No.
Oh, and when you were that age, you were stacking the dominoes up, trying to make crazy crazy stuff. Doing the whole mousetrap stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, trying to make your own the dominoes hit this thing and this triggers that and then that pushes the ball to roll, Never as fun as like you see in the movies how they make those types of contraptions. It's never able to do anything close to that kind of stuff.
No.
Yeah, but I did also. I picked up a small little. It's not a. It's a game called One Deck Dungeon, which I see this is on Android, which I probably will pick this up too. But I picked this up for it's $1 right now because the Steam sale. So you can't beat that. Like it's normally $10, but
it's a board game.
This is it was I guess it's a board game, but like this is like a how do I explain this? It's a roguelike where you go through it's like a dungeon crawl roguelike game that involves like you come across things like oh, here's a goblin, and then you have these certain dice that you have to roll, and you assign the dice to certain actions. And they're different colored too. Like the yellow dice are like attacking, or you're able to assign to actions that attack, you know. And so it's like, oh, to do this attack, you have to have like 5 dice, and then if you rolled your yellow dices and you have like, a 2, a 3, a 5, a 6, you can either put the 5 or you can put the 2 or the 3, and then so forth. And it's not that complex. It might get more complex as I go along, but it's one of those games where, like, I was just playing this while watching Critical Role.
Okay.
It's just one of those easy, like, like kind of simple games where you could just play through, and it just reinforces that thing in your brain that's like, oh, progress. Okay. Like, oh, you got through this floor. Okay, you get this new skill, or you can and when you defeat like a encounter, it gives you the option of like, oh, you want to choose XP or maybe a skill or potion, or there's 3 different choices for your rewards you can get. So I always like that whenever like these like roguelike games like give you an option on like what you want to choose, So it's like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, I want to focus on getting XP to level up, or yeah, I think I want to add a skill, or I want to get some potions or whatnot. Like I said, it's one deck dungeon. It's out. It's kind of an old game, but they're updating it, so that's at least something, you know. I think you got an update. Let's see. Let's try to find it on my. The most recent update it got was in uh November 19th. They got a small update. Um then May 26th they got gamepad support, but like I'm just playing with the mouse cuz it's literally just clicking things. Like there's no like actual like moving around fighting, you're just clicking stuff. So I
Mm-hmm.
don't, it's definitely not a gamepad thing, but it's fun so far, And when I looked this up, I looked this up before I was mentioning it just so I could try to, get some more, you know, refresh myself and see more screenshots and stuff. I saw it's on Google Play, which I'm like, oh, that's gonna be that, that that's a dangerous thing. Like it's always like, when you find a game you really like and then you find out, oh, there's a mobile version of it. Oh man. And it's oh, is it? Let's see. Uh okay, that's why that sounds familiar. Okay, this is from the guys who did Sentinels of the Multiverse, which is another like card game slash um uh video game version that we actually I actually saw when it was coming out at PAX like a long time ago. That's why the publisher or developer sounds familiar to me. I was like, oh, did they? That sounds familiar. But it's a fun little addicting thing, and it's only 99 cents right now, both on the App Store and Steam. Uh, I just came across this randomly. I was just like looking through random stuff on Steam, like, just like, oh, I've got like some Steam credit. Let's see. Let's look to see what's on sale and what I can get with my Steam credit, that that I don't have to like actually spend real money. I can just use my Steam credit, and this is one of the things, and I'm like, oh, this is kind of D&D related. Let me look into this. Oh, 99 cents? Sure, I'll check this out. So yeah, this is the like I'm playing this while I'm watching like Critical Role. This is my like D&D companion game.
Gotcha.
It's It like I said, it feeds the brain of like, oh, it's simple, and here you have progress. You're progressing. You're progressing. You're progressing. You know. Nothing. But besides that, the nothing else. Like, I fired up Destiny a while back ago, but I really haven't played it much. The in December Bungie's having their 30th anniversary where it's gonna come out with a lot of like content for Destiny, crossover stuff. Like, there's gonna be like skins and other stuff from like that's inspired by their other games that they've made. Um, did Bungie do Marathon? I want to
Yes.
say,
Yes.
yeah. There's going to be like a Marathon inspired something and stuff like that, which is like kind of cool, you know. And there's going to be new activities and stuff, I guess. So I've just been like, I've just haven't really been playing Destiny just because I'm like, it's kind of boring now, and I'll just wait till they actually give new content. So, and that's, besides that, I do have something else I can talk about. This is a while ago, actually. I can't, not sure when. It's probably like in October, maybe. I got some new earbuds.
Okay.
Um, I just happened to see something about a sale that was going on for these earbuds. It was like the middle of the night, and I'm just like, this can't be right. I got a $50 pair of earbuds for $2. And I know what you're saying. They're probably like Chinese knockoffs or, some brands you've never heard of. No, this is OnePlus, as in the OnePlus phones.
Oh.
Yeah, this is where they I got the box right here. OnePlus Bud Z. And I kind of had a like crappy pair of wireless Bluetooth earbuds before. Like they were fine for what they were, like they I was able to they had a decent charge life, but they didn't actually charge in the case. I don't think. Like, the case wasn't an actual battery to charge them. They had on the back was like a capacitive like touch button thing, so like every time anything would hit it or I would, try to adjust the ear, I'd accidentally hit it and it would pause whatever, and it was just frustrating. These are a lot better. Like, the backs are like a capacitive touch thing, but not like as sensitive, I guess you would say. They have the whole like, you take them out, it pauses, you put them back in, they pause, like most of the earbuds I guess have now.
Yeah.
Which the ones I had previously didn't have that. The only issue I'm having with these is I need to maybe see if I can find like, I don't know, like third party like rubber things, because they just don't my ears are weird. Like, I just none of the tips seem to fit in my ear just right. Yeah.
Okay.
Like, they always seem like it always feels like it's falling out or something, but like I've had that issue with earbuds for a while. Like, my ears just like my actual ear is fine. It's just, I guess, the ear hole or whatever is just weird. I don't know. But I need to look into that. But these last like pretty long. I think they're Bluetooth 5.0, so they're the newest, I think. Oh, they don't have the weird like robot lady that talks. Like, my other earbuds had.
Powering
There was
down.
this like weird, yeah, which I don't like that.
Battery
Like
low. Battery
these
low.
just have these just have a little chime.
Yeah, that's
Like
what I've got. The Samsung buds,
yeah,
and that's those. There's a little boop boop.
yeah, I like that. It's nice. It's it's a little chime that lets you know, and it's not something too long that interrupts what you're listening to or whatever. But yeah, these was it 20-hour battery life, water sweat resistance, which I always see sweat resistance and I'm just like, how much are you sweating?
It's for
Like,
workouts.
but still, like, how much are you sweating that it's gonna like that it could damage your earbuds? Like, I don't know. Like, um, yeah, they're pretty nice. I'm really liking them, and it was a weird thing that I just like I said, it was like in the middle of the night. I just came across like I was just looking at stuff and came across this, and it was like, oh, right now you have to download the One Plus app or whatever, and then I was just and order through there, and I'm like, well, it's $2, so let's try this out, and I did, and I was expecting it'd be like, it'd be one of those things where like a day later it'd be like, oh, your order was canceled because this was a mistake.
Right.
Because I've had that happen in the past
Yeah.
when when there are mistakes like for something, and but yeah, these are pretty nice. I really like these, and having the case actually charge them is nice too. But it also it also leads to today when I didn't realize the case battery was low. So when I left my house and I top on the bus and put them on, oh, 12% battery left. Okay. No, 12% on one ear, one on the other. And I'm thinking, how? How did how, how did you get to 1% and 12%? Like, I'm not listening to just one, you know?
Right.
But I don't know. I'm enjoying these. These are pretty good. Um yeah. Can't $2 though for like good Bluetooth earbuds. I scored. Like, thank God for insomnia. Like I just couldn't sleep that night, so then just surfing the web came across that, and I had looked the next morning and like that deal was done. Like I guess they had gotten through whatever they were trying to sell, or I don't know what the reason was, but it was done. I was like, oh, okay, because I had looked in the next morning because I was gonna like post about it, and let people know, hey, $2 to score $50 Bluetooth earbuds, like. But yeah, so that's nice, especially since like you know like my phone doesn't have a headphone jack because that's the way phones are now for the most part. So earbuds are pretty much a thing you need now for phones and stuff. And
Yeah.
so um I guess we can switch to news now. We got two topics. You
Yeah.
brought one, I brought one.
I brought mine just because I'm like, I didn't hear about this until like, I saw it on TikTok, and apparently the beta is about to happen soon. Dragon Ball The Breakers. The Dragon Ball game that has nothing to do with fighting. It is not a fighting game. It is not a yeah, it's not a fighting game, it's not an RPG. It is on the vein of like Dead by Daylight or
Yep.
Friday the 13th. This is a 4v1 type of game where the one is a villain. Like I think they've only announced Frieza, Cell, and Boo.
Yeah. Which I mean, those are the three big ones.
Sure, those are the ones you would want to play. And
you don't want to play Yamcha. I mean, or not Yamcha, but Raditz, or
no,
Nappa. Like,
no.
Yeah.
I mean, Nappa or Vegeta could also be one like I could see coming.
True. Yeah.
But you and the others are just normal ass people. I've seen Oolong in the trailer, and
Bulma?
when I look up images, I see Bulma, but like a young Bulma too.
Yeah.
So, but like you play as a regular person trying to get away. Like I think the objective is for you to like get parts for the time machine and to get in it and escape, and that's how like the normal people win. And like I saw this, I'm like, that is the most random thing to put Dragon Ball with. I would have never expected like this to be a thing. And I'm on board. I'm totally on board with this.
It'll be interesting. Yeah, I did see. I think I saw this. Wow, I think I saw this. It was like last week, like either before or like I think right before like Critical Role started. I think maybe that's like when I saw this was announced or something. It was I was doing something one night and saw this. I was like, oh, okay. When did 1 hour ago? Okay, interesting. That's different. And I'm just like, oh, this is Dead by Daylight. What? Like,
yeah, and this is being done by the same people who did the Xenoverse games, which is very good games. So,
yeah, I need to play Xenoverse. I have the second one because I think you told me 1 and 2 are pretty much the same.
they're the same game, basically.
And to get number 2, I think I was asking you about like which one to get because they were both on sale at one point. I got 2, so I need to play that. But yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. It's Dragon Ball. I'm always down for more Dragon Ball.
It's a Dragon Ball horror game. I'm like, what the fuck? That's
which I mean, like the Cell stuff. What this
I mean,
like this
the trailer?
Definitely.
The trailer has it's like it's Cell
was
and then
first introduced,
and then he like absorbs he finds a person, absorbs them, and becomes like imperfect Cell. So I'm like, Cell evolves when he catches people. Like that's interesting. I'm wondering,
but I mean, like
what
when
kind of
Cell was first introduced,
Boo and
it was kind of the horror element, like this. I remember Cell being kind of creepy because they were introduced like, oh, there's people in cities just disappearing and it's just their clothes being left behind. Like Cell's introduction was kind of a spooky horror type theme to it if you think about it.
Yeah.
So it definitely works for Cell. Like, and Boo is horrifying.
Boo
can
be kind of scary too. Yeah. What I've seen from the images has been Kid Boo.
So that'll be interesting.
But like I'm also thinking like, who else could they use? Like Goku Black, they could definitely use.
Oh yeah.
Goku Black they could
Definitely.
use. Maybe yeah, I can definitely see him using Nappa or Vegeta like say a saga.
I mean, going from like Cell and Boo and Frieza down to Nappa and Vegeta from the Saiyan saga seems kind of.
Maybe King Piccolo.
Oh, that's a stretch. That's a stretch. Like,
I'm talking like Dragon Ball, like original series.
yeah.
King Piccolo. Mm.
Oh, a villain from Dragon Ball I liked that never got enough love. I felt like Garlic Jr.
Mm.
Garlic Jr. was kind of I remember watching the Garlic Jr. saga as a kid and thinking this is some scary stuff because he's immortal. He went on the he
He
can't
is.
die.
He is immortal.
So like, yeah, this will be interesting because Dead by Daylight definitely like that's still going on.
That and it's there's this still pretty
And going
popular.
back to crossovers, yeah, they cross over with everything. It seems like.
Yeah.
I think the Friday the 13th. I think that's done with.
You say that, but I saw on TikTok, like like major streamers, like it was like Valkyrie,
I mean, I think the support for it is
support.
done with.
Okay,
Like, that's what I
you might
mean.
be right,
Yeah.
but like people still play it.
Yeah.
It just it makes me kind of think like, yeah, it's gotta suck for like like Evolve, because like Evolve was like one of like the first kind of asymmetric multiplayer games to really come out, and it just failed.
Just didn't land.
It just kind of failed. But like you got Dead by Daylight and like Friday the 13th, those games took off.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember playing Evolve and just thinking it was all right. It just like didn't grab me though.
No, same.
No.
Like it was fine. It just I couldn't see myself playing like with randoms. Like that was the thing.
Oh yeah, and that's the thing for me with Dead by Daylight. Is like I don't know if I could play with randoms. Like
Yeah,
I have Dead by Daylight. I think I do.
I think I do too.
Uh,
And I've never played it.
Yeah, Dead by Daylight. I may even have some of the like expansion stuff that I got for free from random giveaways or stuff like that, maybe. But yeah, Hellraiser, Stranger Things. Yeah, they have all kinds of crossovers with Resident Evil. Yeah,
Yes.
they're still going strong. But yeah, definitely. Dead by Daylight definitely was a game I was like thought was cool and would definitely play if I had people to play with. I feel like
Yeah.
so.
But I saw this. I'm like, that is amazing. I am totally on board for something like that.
Oh yeah, definitely. Is the betas? Are there actual signups now or no?
I think
How
their
does that
signups
work?
are. I don't know where to sign up though.
Because that's the thing I hate about like IGN. Like, oh yeah, beta, but they don't have a link to
They don't have a
signups
link
or anything. Yeah, it's like
It's like,
you're
oh
not
yeah,
useful.
there's this video about this one thing. Were you gonna show the video? No. Fuck you. Dragon Ball the Breakers.
It's like the big sites. They're like, oh, we're not gonna link to other sites because we're too big. And it's like, well, you'd be linking to the official site, like where the signups are.
And it looks like it's on the. I just did a search for
Yeah,
Dragon Ball the Breakers, and the first thing was
it's like
the sign up
yeah,
page.
it's a pop up. Yeah. I am not a robot. Last I checked.
Yeah, I just signed up for it. So
Yep, I did too. That was easy. Oh, oh. Okay. My topic is is something we kind of been talking about off and on for a bit. I feel like this is a kind of a topic we've come back to a few times, but Xbox Game Pass is Game Pass for PC. I don't know if I don't think it's live for everybody, but for insiders at least, which like I think anyone can really join to be an insider if you try.
I think so.
Yeah, but for insiders, they've released an update to where Game Pass for PC is like no longer like tied behind all the BS it used to be.
Okay.
So you can now
I got a fucking
download the games wherever you want. You can choose whatever drive, whatever file, and you're going to be able to edit those files in order to, do mods and stuff outside of the few mod supported games that they do allow.
Fantastic. Fan-fucking-tastic.
We've been talking about this off and on, I think, for like a year.
Okay.
Yeah. It's great.
I recently did an entire new clean install of Windows. And I didn't wipe, all the basic. I kept all my files, and I've got a separate drive for all of my games. And when I did a clean install, all of my Windows, my Game Pass games and stuff, all those files were still there. Still had them, all that kind of stuff. And when I downloaded the Xbox app, I said, okay, the games are here.
I couldn't read them.
Don't see games. Okay. So I'll delete the files and just download the games. Gets to 100%, goes verify, error. I look online. What does it say to do? It tells me to delete the files and download again. I just fucking did. Try that 3 more times. No. Couldn't do it because of the bullshit that Windows does with their readable and writable only files, how they fucking work.
Yep.
It was still fucking there, and I cannot download Back for Blood on that fucking drive. Cannot. It will not go on because it still reads that there's stuff already there, even though I've deleted it already.
They're there, but you can't access some of the files.
You can,
there, right?
You can if you go through. If you like, okay, admin access, unlock, go through like files. A bunch of different fucking hoops, all that kind of stuff. You can do that.
Yeah.
But as soon as you unlock it, though, Windows freaks out and goes, or the Windows Store goes, these have been messed with. I can't touch these anymore. So I can't. So I cannot download Back for Blood or any other game onto my game drive. I have to download them onto my C drive. That's the only place that I can play them on.
Unless I guess you format your game drive and then.
Not gonna do that.
I guess that's the only. Yeah, that'd be the only.
The only solution, and I'm not fucking doing that.
Maybe this will fix it.
Maybe. Yeah.
Because you're gonna be able to access like the files and stuff that you weren't able to before, like normally, and edit them and modify them and stuff like that. Like, this is what we've been asking for and what
Yes.
we've been like kind of weary about since they bought, Bethesda.
And
Like, how's that gonna work?
to be
Like,
honest, the Bethesda games were the only games you could really put mods on.
but it was only like the selected mods, right, that they had on their thing, right?
No, no,
No?
it was a folder that you just dropped the mods into.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
It was a separate folder that they allowed you to access on your own fucking machine.
Yeah, this is gonna change that and allow mods for just about any game, and it's gonna
Fan
be
fucking
nice.
tastic.
Like, it's I understand them not letting people because there are the average Joes out there who might do something and break their game or, try to, I don't know, accidentally do stuff. At least that's what they think.
Yeah, that's what that. Oh yeah, that's
Will
what they
be
think. I
like,
mean, it's not a problem
yeah,
for Steam, but like,
yeah. So
but then you can share saves. So
who cares?
who
Like,
cares?
as long as I mean, yeah. Like, does it matter? Like,
In this day of online multiplayer only games, who the fuck cares?
yeah. Like, let me do if I want to download this character build from Borderlands 3 and upload it and play it, let me do that. I'm not hurting anybody.
Put that on the developers, not the storefront. That's what Steam does. That puts it on the developers, not the store.
Yeah, so I'm excited about when I saw that, I was just like, "Oh my god, I feel like we keep coming back to talking about this. Then now we actually have answers that."
Right, like
Yeah.
they claimed, this was, back in like, I want to say like 2018 or something like that. Like they were moving away from UWPs and moving to exe files on their games and stuff. Like fantastic, that that allows us to be able to do stuff with them and all that kind of stuff, all that jazz. Yay! And it took them a couple years, and now they're finally letting us have access to the files on our own damn computers.
Yeah. It'd be great. Like, I'm excited. Yeah. So
But if you use Linux, that wouldn't be a problem. But yeah, because then you couldn't play the damn games.
yeah. Oh god. Linux. I mean, thanks to Linux, we have Android, but besides that,
Yeah.
yeah.
Have you seen
Yeah.
the videos that Linus Tech Tips have been putting up about Linux?
I've not actually watched them. I've seen that there are videos, and I've seen what they're called.
It makes me go, oh my god, I'm never using fucking Linux.
Yeah. Linux is for computer hipsters.
Yeah. Yes.
That's pretty much, that sums it up. Like,
yeah, there was a friend of mine in high school. He was all about Linux. I wrote my own emailing program. I wrote my own this and that. I'm like, cool. I don't need to do that.
I had a friend just like that, like, who was like showing me, oh, I have this, and look, I can even do. And I'm like, yeah, that's standard on Windows. like,
yeah, cool.
He's bragging about stuff.
Do that.
Just yeah, it's like it's just like sure, like
you are solving the problems people have already solved. You're just giving yourself more work to do.
Yeah, you're not a developer or coder who would need to benefit from Linux. So why are you using Linux? Like, And even now,
I think
it's
he's
not
like
even a thing.
network security type of like. Yep, that totally makes sense.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm excited for being able to, because that was speaking of Back for Blood, that was one of our things. Like, how's that gonna work? Like,
right, we were talking like, okay, when they start coming out with mods, then we'll move to Steam.
yeah, but now we don't have to. It seems like.
Are there mods? Oh, I'm gonna look to see if there's Back for Blood stuff.
So that's that. I mean, that's great. Like, I love that. Anytime I get to not spend more money, I'm happy. So, and Game Pass definitely helps there. So,
There are 4 mods.
I think last time you checked, there was only 2. So it's doubled since the last time you checked.
And they're all having to do with lighting.
Okay.
Like Romero Cinematic Reshade. Real Sharpen
Cool.
preset.
Okay. Yeah.
Day of the Dead Reshade. Realistic
cool.
lighting and contrast for ultra wide.
Okay. So yeah, nothing interesting yet.
No, but I think if I don't know when Turtle Rock releases like modding tools, then we'll start. Then we'll definitely see stuff. Because like reshading stuff, that's something you can kind of do on the back end. You don't really need access to files really, or modding tools.
Yeah. It'll be interesting. Yeah, we definitely have to play some though. We haven't played yet.
I have only played the first thing.
That is all I have played.
That's as far as I've gotten.
I think the first one ends with the boat, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
No.
That's as far as I've gotten. No.
The first one ends at the mine. The mine that was in the beta.
Play the beta. Okay. I think I got to the boat. So, I don't know. It was a while ago. So, I've slept a lot since then.
Yeah, I played through it with my sister, and we got with one other random, and they were great. They were fantastic. Although I point out like, oh hey, here's a thing for an achievement right here. Little trophies and stuff that are kind of scattered throughout the map for achievements. He was kind of pointing those out to us, but right when we got to the final level, he decided to Left 4 Dead it and just took off without us, and just ran to the end as fast as he could.
That sucks.
Like, you were doing so fucking well at first.
Yeah. I'm definitely gonna be playing stuff though, now that I can actually play.
Move your thumb.
Yeah. Like, it was a deep cut too. Like, I was a little worried. Like, I might have had to go to like the doctor or to the the emergency room to fix it or whatnot. But I had like, I think it's called liquid bandage, which is like super glue, basically.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's super glue that they decide it's a bandage.
Yeah, so I did that. I used that. and that seemed to work, but it still hurt. Man, it hurt for so long. Man. Yeah. Thumb injuries. You never really think about them until it happens.
Right.
But that's that's all we got, I guess. So was it next week? I'm gonna have a lot to talk about because I watched a lot of stuff because I wasn't able to play really anything. So like you had a lot to talk about this week, I have a lot to talk about next week.
Cool.
So alrighty. Be sure to follow us on Twitter. Stuart's at Casual Terror. I'm at Will Play Games _
Whoops. There we go.
Be sure to follow us because we stream our episodes live, typically every Friday. And then we typically every Sunday we stream or Stuart streams our D&D sessions.
Yeah, that's kind of on hiatus at the moment while I write stuff. I don't know when I'll have stuff ready, but
which is sad.
Yeah,
makes me sad.
I'm trying.
I need my D&D fix. Especially not having Critical Role this week.
Unless one of you wants to do a one shot,
Yeah, I'm good. Anyways,
pretty sure I'll get the same answer Adam too.
Oh yeah. I don't know if he. Oh yeah, maybe. We couldn't do it the way we do it though, because he's got a Chromebook.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, yeah. Until next time. This has been episode 347, or no, 437. I'm dyslexic today. 437, and we will see you next time.
And remember, no animals are hard. Make this podcast.